How's it going, YouTube? So it looks like we have got the new ban list out. Well, it won't be effective until March 31st, which is the exact day that we will be getting the new Duelist Saga packs, which has the eroded, the eroded Rescue Cats, the eroded Brionic, and they'll be playing an important role in this ban list too. So, to start off the ban list, we have Magus Spectre Kirin at the top. Now, a few months ago, before the Zodiacs released, Kirin was a big problem for everyone. I guess Konami feels that they still are, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if it deserved to be banned right now because it isn't really doing anything. But I guess Kirin is just one of those pendulums where everyone just wants to like it's a go-to pendulum that is just good for anything. It's just bounce any pendulum you control, or bounce opponent's monster, and it's once per turn, even if you don't bounce itself. But if you do bounce itself, then you just have it again for the following turn. And it's also got a good scale of 2 if you ever need it to put it in scale. And with Magus Spectres, with the new trap card Gust, you can always special summon it from your Pendulum Zone. So I guess hitting Kirin is always good, because if you hit the top deck Zodiacs at some point, well, then Kirin was just going to come back anyways. Plus, with Bal Baboon being out, people playing the Metalphos engine is a thing again. So I guess hitting Kirin is a good hit, so it's a good thing we finally got the Kirin hit that we asked for a few months ago. It only took, a few months for Konami to finally do this. Now, Tyrant Neptune, some of you might not know what this card does. Tyrant Neptune is an old card, really, really old card. I don't even remember when it was used again, but what it does is you tribute a monster you control. You can tribute 2 monsters you control, and what it does is it gains the effect of the monster you tributed, and gains the attack of both monsters if you tribute it more than one, and it's just I think what it was really used in OCG a lot, and they would have been banned in OCG, I believe, on their upcoming list. And then so we didn't have to deal with that when the next pack comes out, because we probably won't get a ban list until maybe Link format again. So I don't remember the combo. It was probably used in the True King variant, and it was just probably made it really OP in that. I don't really remember, but so we wouldn't have to deal with it. We went ahead and just went straight up banned it. So nothing came back. Shaddoll Construct didn't come back. None of the one Zen Mighty didn't. Laval, none of these came back. Gateway didn't come back, unfortunately. All that stuff's still banned. The new other banned card everyone's been waiting for forever now is Vanity's Emptiness. That one of that you would just draw and flip it, and if you didn't have any response to it, you just probably lose. It was a card that shut out so many duels, and it won so many, and in fact it did the same for me. It won a lot of duels for me. So seeing that this is finally banned, it's good. So I mean, people were asking for it. It's here now. So alright, let's see. That's it of the ban list. I think it's a pretty good ban list. We got Neptune ban, we got Kirin ban, and we got Vanity's Emptiness. That's 3 cards banned after a little over 6 months, almost 7 months. So we've been waiting for a ban list. So that's good. Move on to the limited list. All this is still the same. Now we do have Max C. This is probably something no one really saw coming. They submitted limited last list. This list they limited to 1. Max C is now at 1. There is the new hand trap coming out in the next pack. It's Ghost Snow and Ash or something, which is way better. Probably one of the best hand traps ever created. That card, it's insane, but we'll talk about that for another time. Max C here though is limited. Oh my goodness! that's I hope they like really did something to the other decks. Like if they don't have this, like if they don't have this. Sorry, someone's calling me. Let's see. Like just limiting that. Like, woo! Oh goodness. Rescue Cat is now limited. Now it does have the eroded effect. The eroded effect is now made it to where Rescue Cat is once per turn. So that's good, and also the monsters you summon from its effect, their effects are negated. So it's similar to Rescue Rabbit now, except you can bring effect monsters out, but it's like level 3 or lower beast monsters, I believe. But we do get the Rescue Cat back, the eroded version that comes out in Duelist Saga. Same with Brionac coming back from Forbidden to Limited. Its effect is changed to now once per turn, instead of as many times as you want for that turn. So this card, it's still a generic level 6 Synchro Water that I believe like it's gonna be super good in super good in oh goodness, sorry, someone keeps calling me, it's really annoying. Super good in freaking Mermails. So like Coral Dragon was okay, but now this you can discard multiple. Oh my gosh, like, oh goodness, Brionac. Whew, that's gonna be great. And then you have Brain Control coming back. That's also the eroded version, but Brain Control is kind of really bad now. Like the eroded version is you have to target a monster that was originally normal summoned or set, so it's not very good at all. But I mean, it's good to see that we have an old card coming back. Maybe we'll see some play in True King format, since everything is going to be tribute summoned in that. I would go ahead and make sure you guys pick up a Brain Control if you don't have it, because like it probably will be good in the True King format in the next few months. Next on the list, another big card kit came back that is eroded. It's Future Fusion. Now, Future Fusion was way overpowered in Dragon Rulers and the Dragon Ruler format, and it's just like now that they brought it back, like the only difference is like you have to protect it a turn if you want to get the full effect of Future Fusion off again. So originally when Future Fusion went off, you play it and you send 5 dragons if you're selecting 5-headed dragon as your like target, or anything that you need to go to the graveyard with Future Fusion, and that was right when you activated it. Now the changed it to once you activate it, you protect it for a turn, and then your first standby phase back, then you send the monsters from the fusion you select to the graveyard. So it has a 1-turn delay. So as long as you can protect it, it's still an amazing card. And then the second standby phase, you get your fusion monster if it still remains on the field. Now, like with Zodiacs popping face-up cards and everything around, like it's probably going to be bad for a while. But I'd like to see if people can try it. Maybe they'll like run Dark Bribes or actually, I bought it as a shield, I believe would work for that, unless it's only for monsters. I don't really remember. But that's another card you could run to protect this. So we'll see how that plays out with that coming back to 1. Imperial Order. Now, everyone is going to be playing this. Now they have like Pendulum decks are just completely trash now. Like Imperial Order. If you guys don't know what this thing does, like my gosh, the old text read that in each of your standby phases you paid 700 life points, and like, let me cut this off so it doesn't take away my photo. Refresh this. Let's see. Now in the old text you paid 700 life points in each of your standby phases, and you're like any spell cards or effects on the field are just negated. Now what they changed it to is they haven't changed it here yet, but it's each of yours and your opponent's standby phases that you pay 700 now. But it doesn't matter, like you're gonna only activate it as soon as you need a certain spell card negate it. And it's like just stupid. You pay 700 life points to negate any spell that you want whenever you feel like activating it. And then yeah, you can't play spells after that, I suppose too. But it doesn't matter if you negate the one that you already have control on the board. Like it's too good. This and anti-spell now, like that is amazing. It doesn't hurt Paleos. It doesn't technically hurt Infernoids too much either, unless they haven't played their, their grass is greener already. But you know, this card, it's so gonna be so amazing. Like, oh my gosh, this, oh man, like I'd pick it up now if you don't have one yet. Like, it's probably gonna go up way up in price. So, but if we're getting this, it's probably gonna be a routed. I think it's going to be in the Duelist Saga. I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out. Because it's a routed, like it has to be, I suppose. But that card, it's gonna be like easily sided in everyone's side deck. Like, it's too good. Like, just, oh man. Okay. Now, Wisdom Eye Magician. Alright, that's it for the limited list, by the way. Now, for the semi-limited, we do get Wisdom Eye Magician back to 2. Now, they definitely needed some help coming back, especially now with Imperial Order now here. Like, what in the world? Now, I guess you could still play your scales with this on board. Sorry, with order on board. But like, they don't get any of their effects. Like, you only get them as a scale. So like having Wisdom Eye back is better, is good for their deck. They needed something to come back. Their deck isn't doing anything. You know, like, you know, it's just whatever. But now Zodiac Ratpier. Here is something that I don't know if anyone saw. They probably thought it was going to be something such as Tenki or Terratop getting hit to 1. Like, I don't know. They didn't hit those at all. Probably because we're getting the MX Saber Invoker reprint in Duelist Saga. Like, it's nothing. Like, you know, here we got now Ratpier. Zodiac Ratpier, one of their cheaper cards, but also one of the most core cards in their engine and in the deck altogether, is now hit from 3 to 2. Like, they didn't even do that in the OCG. In OCG, they literally, on this upcoming list, they put Trident to 1, and Barrage to, or they either put Barrage to 1 or they banned it. I don't really remember. But like in the first list, they hit Terratop and Tenki to 1, and now what we did is just put Ratpier to 2. Like, that is going to hurt a lot of Zodiac players. They won't be able to go for their Degusto Emerald play in the beginning unless they use their normal summon. So, and they still have to have a way to like special summon the rat in the first place. So they have to open Barrage or Balbaboon or something, or Terratop, to get the Ratpier in the first place, and then they still have to use their normal summon. So what this does is it just forces them to use their normal summon if they don't open a play to special summon the Ratpier in the first place. So that is really good for the other players, like, who don't play Zodiacs. It gives them more advantage. They had to hit something in the deck because it had so many tops. It had, like, in YCS Atlanta, they had 27 of 32 tops, and 30 of those actually had the Zodiac engine in them that were Zodiac decks. And then the one after that, was it Prague? Or no, that was the one that happened this weekend. I don't remember the one that was after that. The one after that, they had 25 of 32 decks that was Zodiac, and then like Prague had like 15, but they're in the UK, so they have a little bit of different meta there, and everyone's been seeing the Paleozoics top. Like, I'm surprised, or win. They took a few wins this past. They took 2 wins this past weekend, if I'm not mistaken, as well. The Paleos did, but like the Zodiac Ratpier at 2, that is just like, wow. Like, look at that. That is amazing. I don't know. Like, I mean, the deck is definitely still playable. It's definitely not bad. It doesn't like let them open as broke every time, and does hurt their consistency by 1 card. So, like, you know, maybe that's one more game out of like 10 or so that you don't open up the way to get right off the bat. So, like, you know, that doesn't hurt that much, but it helps other decks, you know. And then I actually saw this coming, was the Slumber getting hit. I thought maybe it was going to go to 1, but they actually just put it to 2. So that's also another kind of good hit, because a lot of decks like are playing the Kaiju engine in their side or even in the main nowadays. Excuse me. And Slumber, even, like, I don't know if hitting it to 2 will hurt that. Like, I don't know if people will still stop playing that, but it definitely will hurt the consistency of throwing it in there if they don't main it or if they side it in. Now, I don't mind Slumber going to 2 at all. I feel like that the card is balanced in... Maybe I shouldn't say it's balanced. I feel like the card um, is mediocre. Like it's a better Dark Hole, but like this is a Dark Hole that you can actually Solemn Warning, and it gives you a monster. So like, yeah, they're probably going to give you Gameciel and they're just going to attack over it, but it still gives you a monster. Like, they cannot kaiju you if you have a kaiju on your field. The broken part of the effect also is that you can banish it from the grave to search a kaiju from your deck on the following turn. That is what I see the problem kind of is. But the whole part of the, like, if it just being able to be Dark Hold, to be Solemn Warning or to be played the body as a shield, like, there's a lot of ways you can get around this. I don't know, like, it's not balanced, maybe not too much balanced, but it definitely is mediocre. It's not like one of those broken, like, cards where you can just play at any time. Like, you do have to have the 2 kaijus in deck, which is not a big deal, but it does take part of your deck up. If you play this, like, you have to be going second. Like, you draw this going first, it's just bad. You don't want to draw this. So, I don't know, Slumber going to 2, it probably helps out a lot. A lot of people were playing it in the meta to just blow up the Zodiacs because they are very susceptible to board wipe. So, I don't know, this going to 2, I think it's nice. I like it going to 2. I feel like it's good at 2. 1, maybe not so much, but 2, I think 2 is the perfect number. So I'm glad this was actually hit to 2. So that's awesome, good. And then the final card on the list that is, well, isn't on the list is Sangan. Now, I don't remember the eroded effect of Sangan. Now, I can go to, let me minimize this all here. Let me go to DevPro here, and I'll read the new Sangan effect real quick. Now, Sangan was eroded back in OCG a few months ago, and we found out about it. Well, it doesn't look like my DevPro wants to work. Oh, okay, now it's going. Let's see here. Try this again. Alright, there we go. So, my brother normally plays on this, so like the deck that pops up with the Outcast, that's his username, yada yada. My username is going to be actually Bojon14 if you do want to add me. I don't know why this is working out so slowly. So let me actually go back and check something on here. I'll just like type it in on this. Sangan errata. I don't know the exact changes on it. I don't really remember, but we'll find out here. So let's see. It actually had a lot of erratas. Like, look at all these erratas here. 1, 2, 3, 4 erratas. Wow. So the original was, when this card is sent from field to grave, move 1 monster with attack of 15 or less on your deck, your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the original. And then the new effect, if this card is sent from the field, it has to be sent from field to grave now. You get to add 1 monster. It is an F effect now, so it doesn't miss timing. You get to add 1 monster with 15 or less attack from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate card effects with that name for the rest of your turn. You can only use the effect of Sangan once per turn. So, like, they made it where it can't miss timing as a compensation, I suppose. That's really good. But you can now no longer activate cards or effects of cards of that name for the rest of the turn. You can only use it once per turn. So they made it once per turn. They made it to where it doesn't miss timing, and they made it also where you cannot activate it or use the effect of that card with that name for the rest of the turn. You can still summon it. You just can't activate or use the effects. So, like, it's still good. It's good that it came back. It's now at 3. You can bring it up tour guide. Like, it's just really good. I don't know if it'll help out Burning Abyss any or the PK Fire decks that much. Now it may help mill decks because no, actually it will not, because it has to be sent from field to grave, so it won't even help mill decks either. So like, Sangan is but it's good to have it back. So people were probably wondering where it was coming back, but that's pretty good too. Like, having old cards come back because of erratas is always neat. Now, that is it for the ban list, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments and section below. Do you think we'll get another ban list before link summoning? Or do you think this will last all the way up to our link format? So we'll find out. This will be our list we'll have for quite some time, because who knows when Konami will get on the next one. So this is Bojon14. I'm going to be signing out. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.